You'll have to excuse my cat today because I've had to sit in the living room because they just keep bothering me and wanting to come into my little office, which is really my bedroom. So I've had to sit in the living room and you can hear him constant in the background. Um, I I wanted to talk about the episode I released with Ceri Lewis 2 episodes ago, um, about her having attempted suicide and coming back from it. And I wanted to talk about it because on LinkedIn, where we originally met and where I promoted the episode, there was so many people that responded to it, and it's the episode that has had most downloads of all the episodes I've done. And I gotta admit, it shocked me a bit because I realized the title was kind of, clickbaity. Like when your brain tries to kill you, this episode could save your life. But I wrote that because that's what popped into my head, and it's true. No, it's true too that we need to talk about these things. But I'm still shocked at how many people related to it. And I I wanted to come on because I have had discussions with my coach about this as well, because I've been in a bad place as well, right? And it's I just think it's really terrible that we we are as a profession in a space where we are so low that me, other coaches, therapists, and so on, vet life, literally are working so hard to just at least help people in the profession up to, let's say, neutral in life, as in not trying to kill themselves. When we are living in a world right now where, I mean, it's never been better if you are living in the Western world, right? Like we don't have, there's no hunger, we have electrics, we have, you know what I mean, right? We're not the people that are listening to this, most of you guys are not in an active war, and that we select a profession as a vocation and we go in and work really hard to get there, and then we get work in what we wanted to work in, and then we end up having 4 times more risk of wanting to leave this world because we cannot just handle it. And as I discussed with we've discussed many times with the many professionals, there is no like a one easy solution. There's no tablet that we can just give you and you'll feel better. And I include myself in this because I've been in bad places, and it was actually quite scary when I was editing the episode, because I checked the captions for YouTube and put everything together, just make sure there's no cuts and stuff. And I was listening to it and listening to Carrie's thoughts and what we were talking about, and I thought I have been so close. I'd like thinking so many of those thoughts and have so many of the feelings she had right before going into, suicidal. And it's scary, like how close so many of us are, no? And for me, looking back, I'm like, I had a support system. I had, I was kind of lucky, and and I don't know exactly what it was that kept me from not trying out, going to the other side. I can't tell you, and I can't tell you who of you will go to the edge and come back, and who of you go to the edge and keep walking. Um, so I'm not. There is no easy solution, like I'm saying, no. But I think now that so many of us know the risk, because of episodes like I released with Carrie, because of, everybody talking about, not more vet, not this, not that. We have a responsibility ourselves and to others to keep talking about it, to keep being aware of what we're thinking and what we're feeling, and check in with others. And I know we hear this like, oh, check in with each other, but how the fuck do you do that? Like, how do you say, are you okay? And the other person, as we know, no matter if you're suicidal or not, you'll any vet will be, I'm fine, I'm fine. No? So I think we have a responsibility to do this work, no, to get better at finding out what's inside our heads, because I think we've come to a point in our society that we have evolved to become such complex beings. We have such busy brains, so curious, inquisitive, active, problem-solving brains that are just working at 100% at all times. And we cannot pretend to just keep living as if we were living in a cave with 30 other people and no complications other than what are we going to eat today and are these not toxic, right? We have a much more, less a more complex society, and we have a lot of humans, a lot of interactions, social media, you name it, right? So we have a responsibility to do this work, and I really think that vet schools have a huge responsibility in preparing the future vets in, in communication and in self-awareness. We cannot pretend that you just do a bloody like video where you just tap through and this is mental health and that's it. Like there's much more to it. And I don't want to discourage anybody and saying, I'm not even sure what I want to say. I'm just want to like, I guess, express that I'm shocked at, how many of us need it, and also that it opens my eyes to how important this work is, and that we need to spread the word. We need to like you guys need to share this podcast. You guys need to, practice the tools I'm giving you, and you need to share them. And if you don't like my style of talking and you're being put off or whatever, find another podcast, find videos, and you need to talk to the vet students and get them, hi Pumi, and get them to rally at vet schools and say, we need this because the vets that are out there are telling us that we need it, to set the boundaries, to stop your brain from trying to kill you, literally, and knowing what you're thinking and being able to handle all the shit that gets thrown at us, the complicated clients, the euthanasias you don't want to do, or the euthanasias you did want to do, but they don't want to do them. There's so much that we want to do and that our brains are actually not equipped to handling, especially because being vets, we are highly driven, problem solving, inquisitive, non-stop people, and we just keep getting stuff thrown at us. So of course, our brains want to keep working, and it's just not possible to do 24/7, and we need to take care of ourselves. So with this episode, I want to bully you into a bit. Make sure you listen to this. And if you don't, like, listen to all the episodes, read up on it, educate yourself in this, educate yourself in mental and emotional health tools. And I don't want any of my listeners or anybody who watch this, anybody who ever hear about this, to go to the edge and keep walking. I want you guys to have the tools. I want you to be responsible for your own lives. Like, you only get one. And it is so beautiful. Look, today, if you can see me on video, I'm sitting here, I'm surrounded by the sun, and I don't want you to also just do enough that you're kind of on neutral and not trying to kill yourselves. I want you to keep working to have an amazing life, to, of course you're going to have bad days as well, but have really, really good days and be able to enjoy them and not having that little worm behind the ear going, yeah, but what about this case? And what if you didn't do this right? And what about that? And you're not good enough and you should do more. And what about you should have gone into work because now your colleagues are busy? And oh, my client I was coaching the other day, who still to this day cannot even look at her phone without getting almost anxiety because she's so worried that maybe something has gone wrong somewhere, right? So this episode is to get you to pull your finger out and actually do something about it. Actually apply some of the tools. Actually take a course in mental health, or I don't know, read some of the books I recommend, or reach out to me for coaching or consult, or come to my retreats, or listen to all the other episodes. Or if, in all honesty, if you don't like my style because I swear and stuff and you're not sure where else to go, write that to me and I'll recommend you to other podcasts, to other veterinary coaches that are out there that are maybe much sweeter than I am, that are maybe just, because we don't all gel with each other. Like, you can maybe like what I say, you kind of get it, but also you don't really like my personality. I don't know. I probably don't like all of you guys either. I don't know. So I just want you to do something about it. I don't want you to just keep overworking yourself, working more hours, and then thinking that that's going to make it better, or take more courses and, whatever to become more confident as a vet. You have to work on your brain. Your brain is not prepared for this life. It is still in thinking it's living in a cave with other 30 people a whole life and never doing anything new, right? So this is my prayer to you, to do something about this and not just happily listen a bit here, listen a bit there, and think, yeah, one day I'll do something. No, the day is now because you don't know when shit is going to hit the fan and you're not going to be prepared and it's going to push you to the edge. Okay. So, yeah, this was a bit of a ramble episode, but I just want to get it out there because I really, really want you to take action. And I really, really want you to make sure that the people around you take action and you talk about this and you use the tools and whatever you need. I'm here. And there's a lot more people out here. And we need to work together to get this stigma, to get this horribleness that's happening in the profession. We need to get under control because this is just not, it cannot be. We know it now. We're aware of it. There are tools. We can work with it. It's not like 50 years ago when we knew nothing, right? We're not starting from scratch. It can be done. Love you all.